have a channel message for all of my Taurians that are only trying to make peace with the past. You are not trying to go back to the past. You have made up your mind that you are willing to move forward. You don't want to look back. You don't want to know about the past situations. You're only trying to focus on your achievements. You're only trying to focus on your moving in a direction where you're winning, right? Where your dreams are coming into fruition, and that nothing is stopping or delaying that self-love, self-healing, self-development, that work that you've been putting on yourself from coming in. Even if that means that you have to cut people, places, and things out of your life. I can clearly see from the oracles alone that you are healing, okay? And it's not something that happens overnight, but at the same time, you're not really interested either in entertaining anything from the past or trying to be mentally caught up in whatever the past has going on and stuff like that. I'm with you, right? When it comes to energy, there is nothing new under the sun. So your past may be someone else's today. And as guides that have been placed here for the collective to channel messages, for hold space for people that are going through the same thing that you're going through, but maybe you have already been through this and you're done with that lesson. I feel like there's also a lesson that comes from being able to hold space for someone else going through something that you may have went through, or similar to something that you have went through on your own personal journey. That's how the universe tests your level of maturity. That's how the universe tests your level of being healed or being ready for whatever doors you're waiting to open for you. When the universe can feel that you are unable to detach, right? The detachment is an art. It's a self-mastery, tool, resource, whatever you want to tap into or call it, that we all have the ability to tap into. And so detaching from everything happening to you is how you would pretty much remain in control of yourself, right? How you respond to uncomfortable situations is how the universe tests whether or not you're ready for the next level of something else great that is waiting to come in for you. And so self-control, self-restraint, even in confusing times, even in seasons where you're healing and others aren't, it's a part of self-development and self-character building. And I feel as if that's where we are, like when it comes to hello again. When something comes up and it feels as if it's from the past and it doesn't belong to you, like I said, your yesterday is someone's today. Because energy, there is no such thing as past, present, or future. It's the only thing that's real is right now. So if that's the energy that's coming up, this is the universe giving you an opportunity to pay it forward, and giving you an opportunity to recycle your experiences and use it as a teaching modality for someone else that is going through something that you're doing. But if you're never able to see that brown paper bag isn't just a bag, and it isn't just baggage that you just throw away, but it's something that can be repurposed, your next breakthrough hasn't even barely scratched the surface yet. Your reward for giving your story as a gift to humanity hasn't even broke the surface yet. So in this situation, the universe is asking you not to judge books by its cover, not to write things off as being unworthy or unreusable. Everything is content. Everything has an importance, even if the energy feels heavy or dense, or it feels as if something that you've already mastered. It's actually a compliment from the universe to choose you When the universe picks you, you can't unsee the things that you've seen. And the more that you've seen it and the more that it's just that familiar to you, that's your invitation from the universe to take that familiarity and to make a video and to share it and to expound on your wisdom that you develop from those lessons and to give it to someone else that may be presently going through it, versus just seeing it as yours and being possessive of that story as only being yours to experience and yours to control. Okay, now this ain't gonna resonate for everybody, but this is telling me, Spirit is letting me know that you have a purpose, and your purpose is tied to you recycling the things that you are unearthing from your so-called past and giving it a new meaning, right? It may have started out as being something degrading, right? And you're like, what am I supposed to do with all that toxicity? I don't even want it. I just want to get rid of it. Well, energy never dies. But what you can do is make a song out of it. You can write a poem. You can share your story with people that may be currently going through the situation. You can go and read at a library or speak at a school. There is something that the universe is asking from you, versus you just throwing something your past away and discarding it as being toxic waste. Use that, channel those experiences and give it away in a way where it is something that can be digested by another person, and they can feel renewed and they can feel empowered and they can feel as if light is at the end of the tunnel, even though in your current situation you may feel as if, well, damn, I'm barely trying to, keep the oxygen mask on for myself. How can I still continue to give in that way? You're gifting it, right? Generosity, 6 of Pentacles. You want something from the universe, and the universe is asking you to give something in return. And what they're asking you to give is what you're already good at. It's what you already know. It's something you've already mastered, something you've already conquered. So if you are ready to really seal the deal on that healing process, these are one of the healthy ways in which you can begin that process, right? And for those of you that have already begun that process, again, the same runs true for you. Your yesterday is someone's today. All right. And that's for all of you that I've already been there. I've already done that. I'm in Tomorrowland. Okay. In Tomorrowland, what about today is still relevant? What about today is still something that you can do? Spirit is saying there's something that you can do online. There's something that you can do in the World Wide Web. You can build a chat group community. You can start a Discord. You can create something that's free, right? You can open a platform and create a space for other people to talk about the same things that they're going through, and you guys can all help each other in some capacity, right? How you got out of a situation, how did you do it, what tips did the universe give you, what confirmations and synchronicities did you receive from the universe, how did you do it? There's a big question here, right? And it's like, this is the key that's waiting to be turned over for you to walk through this new door. Okay. And we have parenthood in reverse. A lot of you, this is saying that this is going to hit differently for those of you that didn't have great role models or authority figures to show you how it's supposed to be done in a healthy way. For those of you that grew up in situations where you're pretty much trying to find the answers to your own riddles in life lessons and experiences without having support from family, support from ancestors, right? There's a real break in how information is passed down and recycled generation after generation. And you guys have been handpicked by the universe to break bread with humanity in a way by just simply sharing we're writing a new book here, people. Okay, we're writing a new book, we're writing a new story. But if it's never documented and if it's never shared, then we're repeating the same process that our forefathers did, which was not leave the answers for the next generation to come. And that's pretty much here. It's not about flexing. It's not about trying to show up on anybody or be a know-it-all or be a professional or have credentials. It's just raw life experiences. That's your expertise. So yeah, this may hurt in different ways for people that remember the version of you that was just trying to get away, right? And it's like, well, you got away. Why you want to talk about these topics if you done got out of these situations? You done moved on with your life. If you're happy, there's something about a trend where people have confused humanity to believe that if you talk about things that you've overcame, that you're not over it, right? That's not always the case, and that's not always true, because can nobody tell you why you're doing the things that you're doing and the purpose. It's the intentions behind everything that determines whether or not you're dump piling or you are repurposing or recycling these experiences, right? So that entire belief system, that limited belief systems, has to fall, because it doesn't do any good for the next person coming after you, and so forth and so on. So Spirit is pretty much saying that of course they're going to tell you that, because they want to still hide behind that disguise that, you know, nothing that you're talking about or that has happened to you is worth repeating or is worth talking about. Let it be done. It's over. It's not ever done. You see what I'm saying? As long as you're alive, and as long as you are leaving, you're leaving a story, right? You are the main character in the greatest novel ever written. And if you are not leaving the story to be told in the way in which you want it to be told, then there's an aspect of this journey. There's a key. There's an aspect that you haven't acquired, right? And it does come from it's a choice. And I feel like this is something that only you can choose, but I do feel like the universe has chosen you, set you free from those situations, liberated you, and now asking you to do the same process not by telling people what to do and trying to preach to the choir, but live it, breathe it, share it, give it away, you know, release it. And I do feel like it will be very empowering and inspire. It will trigger people. It will make people feel as if you're irritating their demons. But if you're not doing that for whoever this message is meant to resonate for, then you ain't on purpose. And I feel like you do want to repurpose this pain. And these are some of the ways in which your spirit team is coming through to confirm for you that this is what they've been trying to tell you. We want you to go into that pain, and we want you to give it, you know, allow other people to connect through that pain. There's a great purpose through it. Some of you guys may have life path number 3, okay? It could be between the ages of, 23 and 43, and you're trying to figure out what your life purpose is or what you're going to do next. You're healing. You're taking control over your life. You are embarking on many possibilities. You have opportunities and doors that are coming in for you. And so you're good. So there's like nothing to worry about. 6 of Cups in reverse. There's some things that I feel like, you just don't want to share online, or you don't want to have to remember. You know what I'm saying? There's that limited belief again, where it says, growing up being told that there's just certain things you don't share on social media. There's just certain topics you don't talk about on social media because it brings shame to family. It's embarrassing, and you make yourself look just as crazy as the next person. But that's a limited belief system, right? In a networking society, there are so many souls that feel alone, and they're waiting for you, right? They have soul contracts that they will recognize your voice, and they will recognize who you are, and they'll remember you. They'll feel like they know you when they see you online or when they hear your voice. And they're going to recognize you through your pain. It's not going to be through your poise and your having the best words to say or coming perfect. They're going to recognize you by coming as you are, and they will grow with you and they will build with you, and you would create a strong foundation and nucleus. And you are meant to be that free spirit that is able to break those illusions, break those limited belief systems, and really open the floodgates of that trap that has been set up to get so many people to cover up and bury and stuff in closets, these deep-seated experiences, emotions, and memories that holds a lot of their freedom to express themselves and to be themselves wholeheartedly. And it's also connected to the disappointments in relationships. Again, the Ten of Swords is coming all over again. So even though you may have gotten out, even though you may want to remain away from a lot of different endings, when you're done, you block it out, you shut it out, and you try to just move on with your life. But I just keep being drawn to remind you of your purpose, because I feel like this is a purpose reading. It's not really about just exposing things and focusing on the negative. It's bigger than that. You are a generational chain breaker. You are breaking limited belief systems. You are shattering cognitive dissonance. You're doing a lot of great work. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse is saying, Spirit is saying, you're going to have to dig a little deeper. You're going to have to give in order to unlock this door. It's a door. And it's connected to some type of pain. And it's going to free so many souls with it. You having the courage and the strength to talk about these memories and to saying, yeah, I had to go away for a while and I had to work on me. But this is what my journey has allowed me to. It's allowed me to come back and speak on these certain things that I once was unable to talk about. And so every time you try to break this threshold or you try to have this breakthrough, Spirit's going to remind you, hey, you got to go back and you got to recycle and repurpose those memories and those experiences. You can't take this pain with you to this next level. It's a dimension. And I know you're sitting there like, here we go again. There's a big ass frog in your throat because I'm about to cry. And I know that you're feeling like you don't want to have to go there. You're really just trying to start over and move on with your life. And you're not really trying to do all of that. But it's your rite of your passage, It's going to break that paradigm. It's going to allow you to be your authentic self. It's gonna heal you. It's going to heal you. You have a very gentle soul, and in situations where you haven't been in control of how the narrative is, you've helped so many other people heal. You've helped so many other people process their experiences. It's your turn, okay? It's your turn. Yeah, it's the Spirit is saying every time you try, it's going to take you back, take you all the way back, because that's where your first cup was spilt. That's what's connected to your emotions. And until that root is dealt with, it will be like, we need to know what the remedy is. There is a Taurus out here, I don't know who I'm speaking to, that has gone through some things, figured a way how to get themselves out of a situation or life experiences. You've mastered a lot, right? And due to that life experience, you now possess the remedy of how to get where you are, right? But you're not trying to go back to You're not trying to go back to the prison, mental prison that you were in, right? But the reason why your spiritual team guided you this far and helped you break all those chains was so that way you can repurpose and recycle and give back your remedies of how you did it for yourself. All right. And a lot of you, this is about you just sharing your truth, your authenticity, and doing what you love, you know. It's different for every single person, but I do see it here. And yes, there is drama connected to it, adversity. It's a dog world, okay? And it feels like this could be ancestral as well here. You're healing a lot of things for your ancestors too. Some of you guys are blocked by and choices of your ancestors, agreements that they made, and their heavy heart is creating a lot of blockages for things moving for you, transportation issues, success online and businesses, even down to love, you know, and it has something to do with balancing some type of karma, reincarnating to balance this. The sun. I love to see the sun here because this is, not only is it brighter days, but it's the silver lining. It's the icing on the cake. It's a promise that no matter how dark it gets, no matter how uncomfortable the emotion, the universe is guaranteeing you a positive outcome. I mean, that in itself is saying you don't stand alone. You are surrounded by spiritual warriors that stand 10 toes down with you, ancestors that are proud of you. And we're going to take a quick peek, some oracles in regards to this door, this threshold, all right, this ceiling, this gate that you're trying to walk through. Something about Lion's Gate could be significant too. Look at this journey. I told you, it's how you live it, you learn it, or something. It's how you learn it, you live it. I don't know. There's a song, and it says, you may move to a new place or work or travel for work. Exploring the world gives you the experience you need to succeed. So the answers that you seek are within. And when I think about a camel, right? A camel in the most desertous of place to be in, no matter how far this camel is going, it has inside of it the necessary water, hydration to sustain it for a long distance at a time. And so you might want to really do some research in regards to the camel spirit. And so as you're going through this cloud, this smoke, you know, you're riding the best vehicle. And a lot of you, your vehicle is your body. It's your experience. Your body is going to remember and recall lifetimes of Akashic information, and it holds some type of key that you placed. Your soul knew that in order for you to access this door, you would need to remember who you are. You would need to go back into your subconscious realm and retrieve answers to help you break these different paradigms. So I feel like this is a lot of spiritual work that you are being divinely guided to pursue during this time. Okay. So I know you're tired, all right? And you're doing a lot of spiritual work, but you're doing an amazing job. We are all rooting for you from the spirit, okay? Let's see. Wow, I told you, you're breaking some type of curse, hex, pattern, whatever it is, from past life. You have things from past life that has kept you stuck, trapped, bound, and being unable to really access. But you will be the person this lifetime. You're meant to close those doors and not be distracted, and be focused and disciplined, and allow yourself to recall those things. Deja vu. Look at that. Repeated patterns, karmic lessons, stuck, tied, captive, curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. And that's the reason. This is a confirmation of when I kept talking about limited belief systems, cognitive dissonance, and how it's all connected to some type of fear. And fear is an illusion in itself. So if these things is stopping you from embracing your journey, this is your confirmation that you possess all the power within you, all the love inside of you to break every chain that was ever casted over you, your ancestors, or any version of you across any timeline. Because like I said, there is no level of dimension, no past, present, or future. All of it is happening now. The only thing that is real is now. So we're going to get your little closing message. Let's see. All right, so this is the book divination part, and we have grief. And it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Nothing is gone forever. The belief that we have lost someone or something is merely an illusion to assist us in the learning to appreciate our having had it in the first place. The emotion of grief and the sense of loss are absolutely real, but that is the point. The lesson of loss is not about the actual physical separation, because the parting is temporary and illusionary. The point of the lesson is to acknowledge that the bonds of love never end, and that we have not been abandoned. When you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with everything you have ever loved, it will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised and learn nothing from it. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deeper understanding. And that's what I have for you guys today. I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And remember to always stay nested in love. Bye.